For over 2 centuries, a small, unassuming island off the coast of Nova Scotia has guarded one of the world's most tantalizing and frustrating mysteries. This is Oak Island, home to a legend that has captivated treasure hunters, baffled engineers, and claimed both fortunes and lives. At its heart is a place known simply as the Money Pit, a supposed man-made shaft of incredible depth and complexity. What started as a boy's curious discovery has spiraled into a multi-generational obsession, a quest for a treasure that might not even exist. Is it a pirate's hoard? A sacred relic? Or the greatest prank ever played? Today, we're digging deep into the story of the Oak Island Money Pit, from its humble beginnings to the high-tech hunt of the modern era. Get ready to explore a story where every answer only leads to more questions. The legend begins in the summer of 1795. A teenager named Daniel McGuinness, while exploring the island, noticed a peculiar circular depression in the ground. Nearby, an old oak tree had a branch that had been sawed off, with rope marks worn into the wood directly above the depression. It looked like a tackle block had been used to lower something heavy into the ground. His curiosity piqued. McGuinness returned with 2 friends, John Smith and Anthony Vaughan. They started to dig. Just 2 feet down, they hit a layer of flagstones. At 10 feet, they encountered a platform of solid oak logs, tightly fitted together. This was no natural formation. They continued, and to their astonishment, they found another oak platform at 20 feet, and yet another at 30. This was clearly man-made, a deliberate construction designed to protect whatever lay beneath. But as teenage boys with simple tools, they could go no further. They had unearthed the very beginning of a profound enigma, but the real work had only just begun. 9 years later, the original diggers returned, this time with funding and more men, forming the Onslow Company. They resumed the excavation, and the strange pattern continued. Just as before, they found oak platforms at regular 10-foot intervals. 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80 feet deep. Along the way, they also discovered layers of charcoal, putty, and coconut fibre material not native to Nova Scotia, suggesting a connection to tropical lands. The sheer effort required to build this structure was staggering, but the most significant find was yet to come. At the 90-foot level, they uncovered a large, flat stone, about 3 feet long and 1 foot wide, inscribed with a series of strange, cryptic symbols. It seemed to be a message from the pit's creators. One early and highly debated translation of the cipher supposedly read, 40 feet below. £2 million lie buried. This was the moment that turned a local curiosity into a full-blown treasure hunt. Believing they were on the verge of a historic discovery, the team decided to rest for the night and retrieve their prize the next day. But the Money Pit was not ready to give up its secrets. When the crew returned the next morning, they were met with a devastating sight. The pit, which had been dry the day before, was now filled with water to within 33 feet of the surface. Their attempts to bail it out were futile. The water level remained constant. They had unknowingly triggered a brilliant and devious booby trap. Later investigations would reveal a complex system of flood tunnels, expertly engineered to channel seawater from the nearby Smith's Cove directly into the main shaft. Any attempt to dig deeper would be met with an unstoppable deluge. This catastrophic flood marked a turning point in the Oak Island saga. It was a declaration from the past. What was buried here was meant to stay buried. The 90-foot stone, the only direct clue from the builders, was later used as a building stone in a fireplace and eventually vanished. Its message lost to time, adding another layer of frustration to the enduring mystery. The story of Oak Island is also a story of tragedy and obsession. The mystery has a dark side, often whispered about in the form of a curse. Legend says that 7 people must die in the search for the treasure before it can be found. To date, 6 men have lost their lives. The first fatality occurred in 1861 when a pump engine boiler exploded. The most recent tragedy happened in 1965 when a father and son, along with 2 other men, were overcome by gas while exploring one of the many searcher shafts. Beyond the human cost, the financial toll has been astronomical. Over the centuries, dozens of syndicates and companies have poured millions upon millions of dollars into the ground, employing everything from 19th-century steam-powered machinery to modern drilling rigs. We see historical sketches of failed contraptions and rusted equipment, monuments to dashed hopes and broken bank accounts. Each new attempt, each new theory brought a fresh wave of optimism, only to be met by the island's relentless defenses: the flooding, the collapsing tunnels, and the sheer maddening lack of a definitive discovery. The island has consumed fortunes and dreams with equal indifference. Enter the modern era and 2 brothers from Michigan, Rick and Marty Lagina. Inspired by a Reader's Digest article they read as children, the Lagina brothers have brought a new level of determination, funding, and most importantly, technology to the 200-year-old quest. Armed with a team of experts and a deep respect for the island's history, they are employing 21st-century science to unravel the mystery. We see them using ground-penetrating radar and seismic testing to map the island's underground geology. Sonar scans search for hidden chambers in the murky depths of the flood tunnels. Massive drills and excavators, like the 1OX shaft, burrow deeper than ever before. Their efforts have not been in vain. While the main treasure remains elusive, they have unearthed a fascinating collection of artifacts. There are fragments of old pottery, human bones dating back centuries, and strange metal objects. One of the most compelling finds is a small lead cross with a square hole at the top, potentially dating from between 1200 and 1600 AD, hinting at a European presence on the island long before the money pit was discovered. Each artifact is a breadcrumb, a piece of the puzzle that brings them tantalizingly closer, yet the big picture remains just out of reach. So what could possibly be worth all this trouble? The theories about the Oak Island treasure are as wild and varied as the people who have searched for it. The most popular and romantic theory is that it's pirate treasure, perhaps the legendary loot of Captain Kidd or Blackbeard, buried in the most elaborate treasure chest in history. Another compelling and more complex theory points to the Knights Templar. Did the Crusading Order, after being disbanded in the 14th century, smuggle their immense wealth and sacred relics, perhaps even the Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant, to the New World for safekeeping? Some researchers suggest the involvement of Francis Bacon, proposing that the pit contains original Shakespearean manuscripts, proving Bacon's authorship, or even secrets of the Rosicrucian Society. Other ideas range from Marie Antoinette's lost crown jewels, smuggled out during the French Revolution, to a British military payroll hidden during the American War of Independence. The sheer complexity of the money pit suggests the depositors were not just hiding something valuable, but something of world-changing importance. Each theory opens up a new world of historical possibility, making the mystery even more profound. After more than 2 centuries of digging, dreaming, and despair, the Great Oak Island mystery remains unsolved. The island continues to hold its secrets close, yielding just enough clues to fuel the search, but never enough to end it. It's a money pit, whether a treasure vault or an elaborate hoax, has become a legend in its own right, a testament to human curiosity, ingenuity, and the relentless desire to uncover the unknown. For Rick and Marty Lagina and their team, the search continues. They believe that with the next core sample, the next water test, or the next artifact they uncover, they will finally be the ones to solve the puzzle. As the sun sets over Oak Island, casting long shadows across the landscape, one can't help but wonder, what really lies beneath the surface? A pirate's gold? A Templar secret, or simply the greatest story never told? The island isn't talking, and for now, the world continues to watch and wait. Thanks so much for joining us on this deep dive into one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. If you're fascinated by stories like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an adventure. What do you think is buried on Oak Island? Let us know your theories in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video.